This means war. Good morning from the Citystead. Not that great of a morning. I gotta tell you guys something. Really ticked off. So I woke up this morning, I looked out my door, I saw that stupid groundhog back again. All the turnip greens and sunflowers in there, that sucker ate the tops of them. It ate the tops on all of my cucumbers in my cucumber beds. Even this one. Parsley, Swiss chard, gone. Now honestly, I thought we had gotten rid of the groundhog. I thought maybe it moved on because I hadn't seen it in quite a while. So I wasn't too worried about it anymore. I thought, well, maybe it just dispersed, but no, it's back, and it's got a lot of audacity this time. I tell you what, this time it actually came into my greenhouse, ate all this kale. That sucker does not know what's about to happen to him. It's one thing to eat a bunch of stuff out of my garden where it's wide open and free, but to come into my personal office and eat my kale in my personal office, oh man, I tell you what. So you can see that's actually my neighbor's yard, right back there in those woods. We all know that it lives right there. I've talked to them, and I know that their dog is trying to catch it because it's always out there chasing it, but nobody's had any luck yet. And I've been setting my traps for a while now. Still have not caught a single one. They have either gotten too smart to them or something, because a couple years ago we caught a bunch of them. But I know it's coming in right through this hole right here. So I'm gonna try to do something to at least patch that up, make it a little harder for it. You know, try to deter it a little bit more. I'm gonna set these traps with more kale that is left there, because apparently really love the kale. It ate almost all of that. But I think the first thing I gotta do is shore up that little hole right there. So I have a few of these little pieces of white fence here. I dug it down a little bit below the fence line itself. Tie wrapped it to the fence, so hopefully that will at least detour or make it move them to a different area. Maybe a different area where it might be easier to trap them. That kind of looks like another high traffic area right there. So I think I'm going to do the same thing. We'll put another piece of that white grating right there, dig it down, and hopefully shore up two of the main areas that they go through. Alright, well, we set up some things. We'll see if we can get this groundhog the heck out of here. If we catch it, I hate to say this, and a lot of people are probably going to be upset, but I'm probably going to dispatch of it. Let me tell you a little bit why before you jump to conclusions. So groundhogs, or woodchucks, are actually super detrimental to a garden. They eat a lot of greens, of vegetation in general. They can eat between 1 and 2 pounds a day. That means a garden our size like this, it could take 2 groundhogs one night to eat all of it. That's a ton of damage, and I don't have enough money to like build a brand new fence all the way around everything to try to protect it. So obviously my next best thing is to try to catch it and dispatch of it. The thing is, if you relocate, which is a fine idea, but for the most part, if you relocate, it's going to find something else to roam, and that's what's going to patrol. Now, they're very territorial animals, so chances are, even if we move that one out of here, another one will find its spot, its area that it's open now, and we'll move in, and we'll have to just keep fighting the same battle. but I don't like the idea of moving it, because then I'm just giving somebody else a big problem. Maybe somebody doesn't have a problem, and then I take a groundhog somewhere and I drop it off, and now they do have a problem. I would feel bad about that myself personally, for pushing my problem to somebody else. So it's a tough decision to do, but if we do catch it, we'll probably dispatch of it, because I think that's the best thing to do for saving my garden, and for hopefully saving somebody else's garden. I won't be giving them a problem they don't have already. Oh, so tough, man. Groundhogs are they're ferocious when it comes to the garden, and they just don't stop. And once they find it, they will eat everything in your garden. That's just their nature, you know. It's your planted food for easy consumption at that point. And this is part of the territory of trying to grow like an urban garden or urban homestead area, is that we always hear about cities, how they're food deserts. There's no food anywhere in the city that's grown, you know, so people have to get food from outside the city. Well, we kind of create the effect for animals also. We've actually created a food oasis for all the wildlife that is in our town. There are skunks that walk around here. There's possums, there's the groundhogs, obviously. The squirrels just go nuts. They're always in our yard. It is a very hard battle because there are not a ton of people growing a lot of vegetables like we are in the garden in the urban area that we're at. So we automatically become the oasis of all the food, and they're always after our yard because they know that's where all the food's at. So it is a big battle that we always have to fight because we've created the opposite. Instead of food deserts for people, we've created a food oasis for all the wildlife in the city. So that's my 2 cents about that darn groundhog and eating all of my stuff. And I don't want to do it. Last year he got a lot and pretty much wiped out my garden season. I'm not losing this year, so people can be mad, but you know, this is about food security for my family, not food security for that groundhog. Alright guys, I gotta go do what I was originally planning on doing today, which was plant a bunch of seeds, which now I'm way far behind because I had to try to do all this stuff. So remember guys, to be bold and grow bold, and as always, I'll see you in that next video. Hopefully it'll be a lot cheerier.